I think you ready. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the good news, the bad news, the other shit. The good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Yeah. Yes, today is different. Some days it's the good news and it's the bad news, but today is definitely other shit. Let's talk about online dating and cryptocurrency. People say online dating and cryptocurrency, what have they got to do with each other? Let me tell you, way more than you think. You may not realize this, but the phenomena of our time is romance-related scamming on the internet. Let me say it again. The happening of our time is romance-related scamming on the internet. It's going crazy right now. Absolutely crazy. And let me tell you, I'm going to reveal, I like to reveal, not that kind of reveal, but I'm going to reveal what happened to me. Because I had 3 scams that cost me money. 3. Okay? And they were very, very sophisticated. So I want you to know, because I want you to beware, because where I lost money, you might just save some money. And because romance-related scams are everything out there. Okay? Romance. Now, Victor Allen, previously, Vic, you brought up in one of our other shows about the incidents of discussions of cryptocurrency with online dating.
Yeah, it is like about 90% of the introductions, if it's not crypto first and how are you, it's the next line. They can't even get past that. It is kind of like the gateway to further conversations. And, and in all facets, even through spamming on my phone, social networks, you name it. I mean, Mario, it's an understatement when you said it's not crowd control, it's a wave.
Because I got to give you an evaluation of the sheer numbers. I did a count. Where's my phone? Okay, because I'm trying to see if I can pull up WhatsApp on the computer screen. I should have did it ahead of time, but on my phone, I think I have talked to, initiated contact with, whatever way you want to call it. I counted 63 people, of which I am talking to 4 now. 63. I've cussed out about 5. Cussed out. Yeah, straight up, you don't want to hear it. Straight up, cussed out 5. But believe me, they needed it. Believe me, you got like, Mara, who would I cuss out? Come on. Come on. I'm just saying, they needed it, you guys. They needed it.
Right.
So, but I can tell you, okay, here's the thing. And I'll give you the first off comparisons. Online dating has a lot to do with where you do it. If you do online dating at Match.com where people have to pay, the kinds of profiles that you see are totally different. If you do online dating at Facebook dating where people do not have to pay, then you're going to run into a whole different thing. That doesn't mean there's an endorsement of Match. I'm just suggesting that the variable that is that you have to pay. The fact that you have to pay to be on Match, that means you get different people on Match. Now, to give you the difference, you scroll through Match looking at your matches, some of that might make you want to just go have a drink. Okay, you just want to go. You go through your matches on Match. At my age, 65, and you want to drink.
So are you saying that there's less scamming on Match than on a free site?
It is my impression. I haven't had any scamming on Match.
Because I noticed that when reading the profiles of a lot of women on Match, most of them, the majority of them, close their profile statement with a comment to having something to do about being scammed. It seems like every woman's profile that I've read on that site are sensitive or mentioning that they're aware of scams taking place.
And as a man, I don't know. See, we in that other group. Vic, me, I don't know about Amari. You know, we in that group. Women never give us money. They never have they ever given you money? Look at us. We like, no, we don't get Rolexes. We don't get credit cards. I don't know. I guess how they do it. I mean, we've been told we have some good skills, but that never was good enough for them to start handing over dollars.
It wasn't a payday.
It wasn't a payday.
Yeah. No.
So we didn't have that. So I wonder when they get scammed. But let me tell you this. A lot of the scamming that involves the cryptocurrency relates to romance and sex. Okay? So again, I told you Match was told. Let me tell you what happens on Facebook dating. Facebook dating, I would estimate my interaction has been 90% unproductive, more. Okay? Because what percentage are write out fakes? Maybe 80%? That high? Okay, and then of the fakes, how many of those are scammers? The typical scam is they get to know you, then it's like, this is what I'm doing, and do you want to invest in what I'm doing? I'll tell you my secret. And they'll show you some receipts showing how they make money and saying how much they enjoy you, just met you, you so wonderful to meet you. And because you're so wonderful, they're going to let you know how they make money online and allow you to. Okay? So that's the way it starts. Okay? So be very wary. And let me tell you what's interesting. These women will bring up cryptocurrency in the first few conversations. You know what's a trip? Because some of them, we're going to have to deal with some of the nationalities straight up because there's more stuff coming from some places than others. It's just true. So I've never had women so forward about asking for everything. They almost ask for your credit report, right?
Wow.
In other words, in some cultures, okay, a lot of Asian cultures, they discussed... Before you date, I guess they want to make sure you are the right class. They want to know all your money stuff before you date. Then they decide if you could date. Just like I had a bunch of them crack who hit me up, but they're afraid to meet in a public place. I said, wait a minute. Because, you know, I'm cool with cultural variety, but then I'm going to go like, I don't give a shit at a certain point. So, because then maybe you need to change your cultural shit.
So
every culture got some stuff that need to change. So when you're afraid to meet a grown man in a public place in Los Angeles, California, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Does anybody else got any suggestions? When they say, oh no, we need to chat for 2 weeks. And then here's what happened to me. You chat with him for 2 weeks, you finally do a video chat, and you don't want it no more.
Right.
I had 2 of them this past week and been chatting to me for 3 weeks. And finally we get to do the video chat and I'm sitting there going, I would need $10. I would need $10.
Oh,
okay.
Lord.
I would need 10. It would cost me 10. It would cost me 10. So I'm just saying, I'm trying to get it up. Some of them, you know, I'm just saying. So that's why I'm in favor of meetings. See, I like the U.S. way. We talk a little bit, then we want to meet. Because we want to see if there's some magic. If there ain't no magic, we might as well move on. These babes want to chat for 3 weeks, and then when you see them, you go, oh. See, like we could have stayed at the club. We could. I'm just saying. So then they want to do this. So I got taken 3 times. Now let me tell you how sophisticated mine were, because there's different ways. One of the ways that I got taken is the way a bunch of y'all gonna get taken. A bunch of it is sham brokerages. It's not the actual dealing in the cryptocurrencies that's fake. The brokerage is fake. The brokerages are unsecured brokerages. So if you start up a brokerage overseas, you could look like you legitimate, and one day you get people to invest, you just take their money and just go home. Ain't nobody to argue with.
Wow.
There's no regulation, nothing. I signed up because one babe said, let's sign up for there. We're going to do this trading. I signed up with TD Ameritrade, right? Because this babe, oh, we're going to do this. I'm doing this. I'm going to do this. I watched it. It was good. I read about it, everything. But she said, let's join here at TD Ameritrade because I get a little commission. But that TD Ameritrade, which looked just like TD Ameritrade, was not TD Ameritrade. I put in like $5K. I'm looking for the money. I'm not finding it. I could log in on my TDA Ameritrade app. I don't see shit. I'm saying, but I just put $5,000 in. So then I called TD Ameritrade and tell them, I said, well, I just put $5,000 in, TDA. Where's it? Where's my money? She said, well, what did let me check. I gave her all the stuff. She was typing and doing stuff, and about 5 minutes later, she said, she kept me on the phone. She said, sir, I'm sorry to inform you, that's not us. That TD Ameritrade place that you signed up for actually was initiated in November of 21.
Damn it.
So when I tried to get my money out, guess what? I couldn't get my money out. And then here's what, and then because I was they tried to tell me I owed them money. I wrote them. This is where I went to. I'm sorry, I went to the other side. Because I said, not only am I not paying you motherfuckers, fuck you, you cheats and crooks. I'm gonna post it all online. They don't care.
They don't.
They got the money. Now let me tell you, that's what a bunch of it is. And here's what's so bad. Your cousin will send you a link saying, I'm making money at this. And the link he sends you will be to a bad brokerage. They even, okay, let me tell you, I had one woman, the first one that worked me. She must have been affiliated with the brokerage. Because she got me to put in, I must have lost by now 20 grand that I'm willing to speak of. This other one talked me into putting in like 10 grand, and then she matched it with 50 grand. I'm looking at all this, and then it went up. Okay, I can't even tell you how much money I made. Okay? Then when it was time to get it out, here they go. Here they go. So watch out for SUNY, SUNNY, Forex Limited. The ones that I got that got me, this stuff is, they talking about this online. So let's be good. Let's be clear. It's not so much your cousin's fault that he or she got scammed, but that's how they passing it on. All of these things, there's so many. In other words, the number of scam brokerages far outweigh the legitimate brokerages. So when you go to put your money online, be careful. I can tell you this, and the fake, okay, I go, okay, what happened was I'm on Facebook dating, right? And I think you got to do volume because it's bullshit, right? So you got to do volume dating because there's so many fake people. You need to be chatting with 15 because they're mostly fake. You got to be sorting through. So I'm just hitting up pretty women. Just, you know, X or heart, pretty, barely reading. I had 3 of them hit me back within 5 minutes, Chinese, with the exact same message. Chinese characters, how are you, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Some of them have the same profile. If you see anybody that talks about we should be each other's allies on the battlefield of love and then build a house together, anyone who says that, they fake.
So it sounds like they've created bots that respond to replies on these apps.
Bots sort of don't help you because no bot that I know can emulate the human interaction to this degree. No, these are people who are sitting there all day. And let me tell you something else that they're talking about. They're talking about the long-term investment. Watch me. In other words, what they're finding is that people will set up and do long-term scamming. They will work on you for 6 months. Certainly long enough for you to let your guards down. They won't try to get you. They will literally talk and chat with you for 2 or 3 months, sometimes before they even bring up any finance. But then the finance is going to come up. So the problem is, it's a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm looking at my archive conversations. These people are so full of shit. Okay, I'm going to show you the full of shit ones, because I don't care about their pictures. Full of shit ones. Let me see if I can show you. Okay. Now, and all the full of shit ones ain't Asian, but if they're Asian, be really cautious. It's like the Nigerian, So I'm just saying, this is some of that stuff. Some of them, what are you doing? How much do you make? Some of them, you know what, because in these other cultures, they're more open. They go like, well, how much money do you make? I guess you must have a good income. That's what they say in chat. And some people, how about this? I've never been asked so many times about what my hobby is. Now, I'm kind of a different person. So when you ask me what is my hobby, I kind of go like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I do a bunch of shit. Are they hobbies? Other people say, some of these babies like, my hobby is traveling, shopping, and cryptocurrency. I would have dropped her ass right there. Traveling is not a hobby. I love to travel. It's not a hobby. Shopping, dear bitch, is not a hobby. Okay? And money certainly is not a hobby. If your hobby is money, what the hell am I doing with you? Imagine that some babe you meet, Vic, she say, hey, my hobby is money. Hey, you know what Amari told me? You know what Amari told me? Right. He said, no, their hobby isn't money, their hustle is money. That's so when you meet these babes, I'm going to tell you, I got Tiz Zhang, Leah. I met this one babe, this was funny. She sent me a video. I wonder if I have the video. Leah Niger. Because she was trying to say her name to me. She said, Leah Niger. And she said, no, not Niger. Not Niger. Okay. I said, what, Niger? She said, no, not Niger. I said, but you say a Niger. Which one is it, Niger? She said, no, I didn't mean. So I just was messing with her. Because, I don't mind showing her they all fake. Look at this fake shit. Fake shit. All fake. I'm going to show all the fake ones so you can see what they go for. Fake. Let's show some other fake ones. Fake, and then they come on, and they're like, oh, what are you investing in? Well, you know what I started telling them? I don't discuss finances till after we meet. And a bunch of them got huffy. What do you mean after we meet? I said, yeah, I don't discuss finances with. You say, well, you don't want to meet with strangers, but you willing to discuss your full bank account. How about this? I meet with strangers, but I don't discuss nary a financial thing with them. How's that? That's how we different. You want to discuss everything financial, background, mama, daddy, all that, but you can't meet. Okay, and I want to meet, and then I don't need to tell you about my daddy. Look at this. I'm investing in AI quantification. I make over 1,000 a day and share with my friends. Oh, bitch, please. Evelyn, you, me. Kaz. Then here's the dumb ones. This is Marion with her. Can I get a picture of Marion? Marion was fine. Marion, if you believe her, she's from Kansas working in Tijuana. She's writing me, say, do you give money to women? Really? What do they do? She's like, write me. What do they have to do to get money? See, she's not that bright. Marion says, well, you how many women do you give money to? I said, Marion, it's a weird conversation. She said, Marion's like, Marion is fine. You ought to see her. Marion's like, well, how many women do you give money to? How much money do you give them, and what do they have to do? I'm like, well, Marion, you can start by sending me some different pictures. I'm just saying, hey, You know, I'm up
God
here. It's
bless
late
her
at
little
night.
soul.
I ain't got nothing to do. Pornhub. I got the extra membership, but this is more personal. I said, you know, you want to really chat from TJ, Marion, you might have to send a different picture set to get going. I don't know what to tell you. That one you sent, it may not be the most happening. Cause look at this. I got Anna, Annie, Gabi, Alice, Bella, Bira, Emily, Lisa. I got a whole bunch of Lisa. Ting. I got a Ting, a Julin, a Isabella, Leslie. Man, I had 65.
And all of them on there hustling, huh?
Man, half of them so fake. The four I'm left with, the one I'm not going to show her because one of the ones I like now is this babe with an 8-month-old baby. One thing I will say, the women that have children, even though they can be scammers, is less women. But if you meet some fine woman who says she wants you to be the judge at a blowjob contest, okay, it's probably too good to be true.
So let me be the devil's advocate here. And this is why I think there is some AI involved in these scams and hustles, because I would think that to get to you, and if they were looking or monitoring your responses to some of these communications, to know that you were a physician and that you worked with children, and maybe now this child is a way to penetrate you, to get to you emotionally, because now they've connected with you on something that you've been passionate about your entire career. So you think that that's possible even in these...
Well, that's possible. I just don't know if it's productive. In the meantime that they're developing all that AI that they got to implement and they get me to go use, I could say you could just go on online dating, see every guy there who wants to date, and just chat with all of them. How long did that take? So while you laying out AI, while you laying it out, they talk to 500 dudes and send them all pictures. Who you think gonna get further? See, I'm saying...
Well, I think the collective data from them running
I don't
these
think they
scams,
need to collect any data. The online dating site is giving you the data. The online dating site has already said, here they are. Mm-hmm. They self-identified as being in need of, you don't have to do any work. You don't have to do no work. Here, men, I want to meet somebody. Now send all of them a picture with a halter top. Let's say if you got the halter top picture, whatever, let's send that out to 1,000 men and see you get 982 responses. And the other ones were blind. Okay, the other one. So that's what happens. So the bulk numbers, see, this is what's so interesting. That's why they're getting you. If they were coming after you with AI, they wouldn't succeed. You would recognize it in a minute. No. These are people who chat with you. People. And they are doing even long-term investments where they chat with you over weeks to months before they lay down. There is no AI I know. It's in the movies that does that. Okay? Someone needs to chat with you like a human being in a way that feels human. I have many robots. None of them talk to me like a human. None of them. Not yet. They're not even close. Siri ain't close. Alexa ain't close. Okay, so gathering data, you could just go on and pay the Facebook dating.
Well, I think
they'll give you the data.
I would question too, if it's a free app versus a paid app, how much intelligence does the app manufacturer, the developer of the app provide to? Because if it's a free app, it sounds like now this is a playground for hustlers. Let's go on this app that's free and let's hustle as many people as we can hustle.
Okay, so
doesn't that make the app complicit?
One could make that argument. It's kind of hard argument to push all the way out because basically that's what all the online sites are about. Even our Neo-Latino site that we neglected. They went on there, was hitting each other up. Mm-hmm. Okay?
It created its own life.
So wherever people meet, See, my point is, okay. Well, Mario and I are both developer people. My thing is sometimes, I'll give you an example. Vic and I spent weeks on trying to get the phone to come through on the broadcast, and then Vic said, hold up the phone in front of the camera. Okay, I'm just telling you. Or he said, we were having trouble with the phone calls, calling people live. Omar, he said, do like this. Dial them on the phone and hold it right here. Hey, hi, how you doing? Oh, yeah, yes, oh. I said, wow, that was wonderful. So we could, you know what, like I used to say at the hospital, some doctors make a diagnosis for $100 and some take $10,000 to make the same diagnosis. I said, that's the way it is.
Vic,
Yes, sir.
can you pick up?
Can you pick up?
Yes. Hey, man,
So anyway, but back to the online dating. Be careful. Okay, so to me, you just got to be 100% careful. If they bring up any kind of cryptocurrency, report them. They have a way. I've been reporting all the people now. Just go on and report them because I think they're going to fool a bunch of y'all. They're going to get you to invest. The biggest way now, see, people, when they don't ask you for money, no, they send you the brokerage link and say, hey, I just made $2,000 this morning. Look at this. And you say, well, you made $2,000 this morning? Yeah. Well, could you loan me 20? Could you loan me?
Shoot.
But no, they can't loan you now. But because what they'll do is they'll always like try to offer to buy you stock. They ain't gonna give you the money, but they will buy you some stock. Because they part of the whole thing. They buy the stock, they get to something because of that. Their whole thing is, I believe that the hustle is because of the numbers of women that I run into. I think their rooms, they think they work from home. The whole job is that their whole job is to get you to invest in legitimate ideas through illegitimate brokerages, right? So the idea will be real. The news on it will be real. Everything about it be real. And when you go to buy, your brokerage is a sham brokerage, okay? And if you have a brokerage, and most of them are overseas, they're unregulated. Use American brokerage, but when you do that, you can see how limited you are because they don't have all the scam stuff.
Right.
So, and all the women are beautiful, even though the body types are different, because that's what I was remarking. I'm a regular brother from L.A., and so those Chinese girls, they had the chest, and they had these long legs, like legs for days. So, but that's not the deal breaker, but I'm just saying the cultural things are different. There are some cultural differences and about dating, and I must admit, even though I'm patient, I told him, I said, I'm willing to meet you in the middle. I'm not going to chat with you for a month to meet you for coffee, only to find out that I'm going to put you in the friend zone. Okay, see, that's the problem. I can be your friend. I'm cool like that.
Yeah.
I can really be your friend. But I'm looking for my wife. So if I get out there and look at you and it's friend, what's friend? It's friend. So I don't know what to tell you. Now that's a wasted 3 weeks. I could have seen our day, we would have said, let's talk, meet at the whatever. I would have seen you say, well, eat up, because that's the last time.
Somebody typed in the chat room to go to church.
Church got some good women. Do you know what? There's some studies done that the church-going women have a higher frequency of orgasm and sexual satisfaction. Do you know that?
I want you to pay attention to his face when you said that.
And people say, and maybe some people, there's a lot of theories because they're more grounded, the way they choose their partner, they're happier in the relationships. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know there was some, and most of these studies, they need to be repeated, you guys.
But what about girls and women in the grocery store? Any studies on that?
That means they got some money to spend. I don't know if there's a study. You might have to be the first. Masters and Johnson, do you know how long ago that was? I go like, so the studies are all about asking people too. It's like all the studies are asking people, what do you do? And sometimes they may, I don't know, if they tell the truth or they don't. I'm just saying.
Ask Alexa.
Ask her what?
is the grocery store a good place to meet a woman?
You ask her.
Alexa, is the grocery store a good place for a man to meet a woman?
Here's something I found on the web. According to yourtango.com, hands down, Whole Foods is the best grocery store to meet women in.
No shit.
I thought it
Excuse
was
me.
Trader Joe's.
I was going to say Trader Joe's too. But so Whole Foods,
All right.
okay, so go to Whole Foods and meet
There
women.
you go.
They'll be healthy, less yeast
told you.
infections.
Wait a minute. Y'all not serving the women. Ask the question for the women.
Alexa, what is the best store in which to meet men?
Women to meet men.
I couldn't find any that meet your criteria. However, I found a few top-rated stores you could explore. There's ESO1 Books, 0.8 miles away on Degnan Boulevard, Baldwin Hills Crenshaw, 0.9 miles away on West Martin
She's
Luther
trying to
King
tell us
Boulevard,
the Isowan.
Macy's,
She's trying to tell us the
0.9 miles
What
away
they
Isowan.
on
said, the
Crenshaw
women want a
Boulevard.
smart. They want to meet you at the bookshop,
Alexa,
the library.
says Amari Super. What's the best place for men to meet women?
Here's something I found on the web. According to reference.com, good places to find women looking for men include fitness clubs, home improvement stores, upscale bars, bookstores, and private parties hosted by friends.
Well, we hit. Okay, so that's the point.
Whole
We
Foods.
hopeful. We hit the
Whole
points.
Foods.
We tell you beware of online dating scams. Remember, that's the hottest thing happening right now. It's the hottest. Reports are coming out. Romance-related online cryptocurrency scams. Google it. Online dating cryptocurrency scams. It's the hottest thing. They meet you, tell you to come invest with them. The brokerage is shaky. They're not asking you to give them no money. They basically come at you like this. I'm rich, bitch. Okay? I'm trying to help you out by letting you invest with me. Okay? So you can invest with me if you can put some of you. How much you got? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't. Then they tell you the shit about, oh, it's okay that you have limited funds.
Yeah.
Just go on and take your poor little
Take it.
money you made working down there at IHOP and go and invest it here, and you can be like me one day. And I might just give you some or let you see something.
You know what I'm going to do, Mario? I'm going to build an app for men. And this app will let men know what grocery stores are packed.
And if you need an app to find that out,
You were a word hurt, man.
we're going to collect you.
Whole
We're going to
Foods.
collect you because we got
Whole Foods.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
bridges to sell you. I got some cryptocurrency to sell you.
That's the online
some
scam. That's the
crypto.
online scam.
I got some.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen,